What a crazy 4, 5, 6 days it has been, right? We had everything looking like we were doing really, really good. And then Thursday and Friday of last week, 2 days ago, 4 days ago, 3 days ago, you get my point. Don't do math in public, not even daily, not even counting days. We had the significant correction and pullback that happened. It happened because the release of the meeting notes from the FOMC meeting, which basically the Fed meeting was a policymaker meeting. They weren't raising the rate. They came out from that meeting and said, hey, it looks like inflation is still rampant. The things we've been doing, like raising rates and things of that nature, have not really had an impact. Oh, woe is me. Okay. Inflation remains the key center story right now in crypto, and frankly in stocks as well. This inflation thing is significantly here to stay. And so I think that's the story. Now, you saw the headline or the title of this video, bullish on the crypto market. I am bullish long term. Okay. I definitely am. And I wanted to kind of show you a couple of things. So I am bullish. I think that we've still got more pain ahead of us. I think we've got we got some road bumps ahead of us. And I want to talk about that and give you a few things to consider. Okay. I mean, we were easily north of $2 trillion plus, and this has been a rough year as far as the market capitalization. This has been a rough 7 or 8 months in this entire year. We've had some bright spots along the way, but it has been inflation. This has been the key story. And inflation, if you don't really know what it is, really the easy thing about inflation is that everything just in your life costs more in our life, right? Gas, fuel, groceries, everything, your rent, just to go out to dinner, to go just to live costs more. And in that, you have less money. And in that, there's a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt. In fact, let's look at what the fear index is. So yeah, the fear has fallen down to a 27. Look, we were easily last week we were at a 47. You can see that this is the impact right here of the FOMC meeting that I'm telling you about. It's just continued to fall. Okay. So now with all that said, it's not all bad news. This is interesting. Analysts who nailed May 2021 Bitcoin crash, okay, says Bitcoin looks bullish with plenty of wiggle room despite pullback. Now, even if you don't care about Bitcoin, don't tune me out. Listen to what I have to say, because again, I've said this to you guys in a lot of videos. Bitcoin itself makes up about 40+%. Bitcoin and Ethereum combined, they make up 60% of the entire market capitalization. Bitcoin and Ethereum do. Okay. That is significant. So Bitcoin makes up actually about 45+%, give or take. Okay. And so even if you don't own Bitcoin, you don't care about Bitcoin, you're never going to own Bitcoin, you need to be aware of it, and because it moves the market. So look, we've got this analyst who's had some really pretty good track record. The analyst's name is Dave the Wave, tells his 124,000 Twitter followers that Bitcoin may be mirroring its 2018 bottom, where it printed an ascending triangle pattern to crawl out of the bear market. Okay. So he goes on, and if you want to pause the video, I'm not going to get too far into the weeds of everything he said. Pause the video if you want to read some of this stuff. Okay. He said, look, currently a 50% retracement of the recent move up and a 30% retracement of the macro. Okay. At the time of the writing, Bitcoin was 21,286, right at Dave's key Fibonacci level. Let's see. He says, look, Bitcoin still looks bullish. Fellow crypto analyst, smart contractor, does not share the sentiment. So you're always going to have those kind of contrarian scenarios. Looks like we maybe a low to 17,000 per some of what you're seeing on this chart. Now, I've talked about that in previous videos, even before this run up, that it's entirely possible that Bitcoin could have run or had possibility to go back down, but what my point to you is that this particular analyst who was right about the May 21 Bitcoin crash, all right, is basically coming out and saying, hey, look, we're still bullish. I think there's some good things. Now, you are going to have contrarian views, and that's just what it is. And I'm not discounting contrarian views. But how I look at it from more of a long-term standpoint. I look at it like, okay, where is it going to be a year from now, 2 years from now? Is it going to be bullish long term? Is it going to be 2-3 trillion? And I think the answer is yes, or more. That's how I look at it. And I do look at technical analysis and those things like that, but I always tend to take more of a long-term view. And with a long-term view for me, it's like, okay, there's going to be bumps along the way. There's going to be pros and cons. There's going to be good times and bad times. But at the end of the day, the finish line looks pretty darn good. And that's how I see it. Okay. Doesn't necessarily help us in this situation right now. But I have a plan for all the cryptos that I own, and that I have a profit plan for each of them. And that to me takes a lot of the emotional kind of energy out of like, oh my God, what do I need to do, not do? Do I need to sell, not sell, things like that. I don't know if that helps or not, but that's where I'm at. Okay. So yes, I am bullish on the market long term, and there will be road bumps. So there will be good times and bad times in the short term. We've got, one analyst saying, hey, it looks really good despite kind of where we're at. We got contrarian views of it. It's a mixed bag. At the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, do you believe that crypto is going to get bigger? If you believe that crypto is going to get bigger, then you're good. That's what I got for you. Thanks for your support. I'll see you. Have a good one. Bye.